Okay, lovelies, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a nice twist and balance session tonight. So you can go ahead and begin in a wide-legged child's pose with your knees open up as wide as your mat and your big toes to touch. Go ahead and fold yourself over your legs, crawl your fingertips forward, and bring your forehead to rest on the mat. Allow your shoulders to soften. Release the tension in the back of the neck. Allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth and the furrow in your brow to release. Let your heart sink a little bit deeper into your mat. And your glutes pressed up against your heels. Take a moment to check in with your entire body from fingertip to toe. As you notice each area, try to soften just a little bit deeper. Sending your breath to the areas that are tight or rigid, and allowing the inhale and exhale to flow through that area. Check in with the beating of your heart. Notice its rhythm. Is it fast and effective? Is it slow and booming? Take a second to give recognition to your heart and the way that it beats for you all day long. Most of the time going completely unnoticed. Imagine all of the work it does, sending blood to your hands that work hard for you, to your feet that carry you, to your mind that processes all day. Thank it, and then release. Letting go of all of the work that you've done today, and be here in this present moment on your mat. Thank yourself for showing up, for supporting your mind and your body through this roller coaster the life that we all live together. Take a very large inhale, filling up your belly, feeling it expand in between your legs. And exhale all of the air out. On your next inhale, shift your weight into your hands and knees, setting your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Creating a nice flat back, pushing strong through your shoulders, tucking your navel in, tops of your feet are rested on top of your mat. Inhale, drop the belly, scoop the tailbone up, gently look up, cow. Exhale, round through the spine, push through your shoulders, tucking the tailbone, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take 2 more rounds. Flow with your own inhales and exhales. Purposefully overextending the spine in cat and generously dipping the spine, cow. We're going to meet back into a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, send the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a minute to walk your dog out, stretching through one leg and then the other. Creating circles with the knees. When you're ready, we're going to look to the top of our mat, fingers gripping fiercely, sucking the navel into spine, create a generous bend in the knees, and lightly jump to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Nodding the head yes and no. Feeling the blood rush to your face and your head. Feeling the vertebrae in the center of your back slowly start to pull away from one another as you create space in your spine. Inhale, slowly ragdoll the spine all the way up. With the head last to come. Inhale, send your hands all the way above head, interlacing the fingers, sending the 2 pointer fingers out to meet one another. Exhale, we're going to gently lean back to crescent pose, creating the same dip of the spine that we have in cow. Keeping the abdominals engaged to protect the low back. Exhale, reverse swan dive. So release your hands, bring them out, and send your heart face forward. Hinge at the hips and fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, placing the hands on the shins or the thighs, and creating space as you elongate your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way back up, hands above head. Interlace the fingers, sending the middle fingers out. Extended, pressing up against one another. Exhale, bend back just a little, engaging through the core. Reverse swan, sending the heart space forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, placing both hands on the mat, generous bend in the back of the leg, sending the left leg back into low lunge with a 90-degree angle in our right leg. Stepping the right leg back to meet the left, high plank. Exhale, tuck the arms in, slowly chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog with only the tops of the feet and the hands on the mat. Gently look forward. Engaging the glutes, engaging the thighs. Strong through the core. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes all the way up. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, engage through the core. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step all the way through, back into our low lunge, dropping the left knee, untucking the left toe. Root to rise, bringing the hands all the way up above head. Setting yourself up here, making sure your right knee is not dipping in or out too far. Staying engaged through the left glute, fingertips activated. Interlacing the fingers, sending the ring fingers together. Exhale, gently lean over that right leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we're going to twist open our arms over to the right, extending the right leg back toward the left foot. The left arm over towards the right leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, the opposite way. Sending the left leg back towards the left and the right arm, left arm towards left leg, right arm towards right leg. Exhale, reverse, sending the right arm up above overhead. Gently placing the hands on the calf or the thigh. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, twist over to your right. And exhale, send the left elbow over to the right knee into a prayer crescent twist. Crescent lunge twist. Feeling the stretch in your left leg. Engaging strong through your right. Two more big deep breaths here. Pushing your hands together. Aiming for your hands to be in the center of your chest. Shoulders pulling back towards one another. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Tuck the left toe. Bring the left knee up. Send the right leg back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the left leg way up high. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, send it high. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, send it high. Inhale, knee to nose, and then all the way through in between your hands. Dropping the right knee, untucking the toe. Root to rise, sending your hands all the way up. Interlacing your fingers. Sending your pinkies out. Pressing those together. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the hands, twist over to the left. Sending the left arm back with the right leg. Right arm forward with the left leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist the opposite way. Inhale. Exhale, reverse, setting the left hand overhead, gently placing the right hand on the calf or the thigh. Exhale, come all the way down, frame the foot, tuck the right leg, lift the knee. Oh, just kidding. Put that right knee down. We got to come back overhead and exhale, bring our hands into prayer. And twist over to the left, sending the right elbow to the left knee. Pushing strong with both hands. Tuck in that navel and get just a little bit deeper of a twist. Inhale. 2 more big deep breaths here, staying engaged through the left leg. Exhale. Now we can frame the foot, tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, send the left leg back to meet the right into downward facing dog. My brain is all over the place today. I took the day off work. I had a terrible migraine since last night at 6 p.m. Now I have that like migraine fog. I call it a migraine hangover. My whole body is just confused, like what just happened to me. Take a couple more minutes here in down dog, a couple more breaths. Inhale, send the right leg way up high. Exhale, knee to nose, and then send it all the way through. Set yourself up here to have a nice foundation. We're going to push all the way up, keeping our left heel off the ground. And coming all the way up into crescent. Making sure you're tucking or bringing your thighs in towards your imaginary line. And in your line both ways, so vertically and horizontally. So you want to bring the right hip back, microscopically and in towards one another so you're not splayed out too far. Square the hips, bring them together, interlace the fingers, exhale, lean over that right leg, crescent lunge, half fold, inhale back to center, exhale, twist open to the right. We're doing a lot of twisting of our spine today, getting rid of all those toxins. Engage to the arms. Inhale back to center. Hands come down into prayer. Fold over that right leg and twist over to your right, sending the left elbow to the top of your right knee, the top outer part of your right knee. The left foot, the heel is still up off of the mat. Twist, twist, twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold it all the way down, sending the right leg back to meet the left. High plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra, where your chest and your legs are still on the floor, but you're still engaged through your chest. Still tucking those elbows in, engaged through the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, knee to nose, and then send it all the way through, finding your foundation, root to rise. Hands come all the way up above head. Pulling your left hip back to square with the right. Keeping the right leg nice and strong, engaged through the left glute. Exhale, twist open to the left. Sending your arms out strong, activated through those fingertips. Stay with your breath here. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, hands into prayer, down to your heart center. Twist over that left knee. Tucking the navel in, twist a little bit deeper. Engage through your right glute. Push with your elbow into your left knee. And push right back with your left knee as well. So you're meeting your match here. Couple more big, deep breaths. Exhale, come all the way down. Left leg back into plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the right leg way up high, tucking the knee into nose, sending it all the way through, back into low lunge, and then twisting over to your left and opening up into a wide leg. Let me face the other way. Into a wide leg, forward fold. Letting your head hang heavy. Your feet are glued to your mat, as if you couldn't even slip a credit card underneath your pinky toe here. I don't even know who told me that. I think one of my instructors when I was going to college, and for some reason it really resonated. Like, there's no credit card under my toe. Maybe that would be better if I had a credit card under my toe. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your right hand into the center of your mat. Trace those left fingertips up your body, sending the left hand all the way up high. Push to that right shoulder. Reach, 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 creating a nice fine line from fingertip to fingertip. Exhale, come back down. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders and placing the top of your head in between your hands. If headstand is in your practice or you would like to try, you can go ahead and practice coming up to your toes, lifting one leg and the other. Set up your foundation. Be strong through the back of your neck. Grip through each one of your fingertips. Engage through your core. And slowly send your legs up above overhead. Once your legs are up, really engage those glutes. Stay activated there. Open up your toes. And come down just as easily as you put yourself up. I'm going to twist around so you guys can take a peek at how I have my hands when I do this. Wide leg, hands on the mat, sending my head in between. Find your drishti or your focal point. Put the pressure into your hands and your wrists so you're not putting so much pressure on your head and your neck. Creating a nice 90-degree angle in your arms, squeezing them in toward one another. Engage through the core. And send them up. Go ahead, you can play around with it a little bit more. Whatever happens, make sure you have space to fall. If you are practicing your headstand, feel comfortable in your own skin, everything is okay here. This is your safe space. Take a couple more, alternating leg lifts or practicing your balance. And when you're ready, meet back. Into your wide-legged stance. Sorry, my fiance just came down and gave me very interesting news about the police sirens that just went by, but we're just gonna let that go. Sorry for the interruption. Come back into your wide leg. Walk your feet back to meet one another in high plank, chaturanga, all the way down, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the right leg way up high, knee to nose, step through. We're gonna gently, let me twist so you can see me. We're going to gently straighten through that right leg, still with a little bit of a bend. So we're not locking our knee out here, but keeping that engaged and with a little bit of a bend to make sure that we're not going to injure our hamstring or our pulley muscles anywhere in our leg. So with a little bit of a bend, drop down your left heel and bend over that right leg. Trikonasana or triangle pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to send the right arm way up high. Exhale, bring the right arm down. Bend through that right leg. Lift the left heel off the floor. Crescent lunge all the way up. Bend over your right leg. Open up with your left hand high. Exhale, left hand comes down. Right leg goes back to meet the left. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left leg up high. Exhale, send it through. Set yourself up here. Gently straighten through that left leg, still with the bend in the back of the knee. Exhale, bend over that left leg. Squaring the hips as to not send these right hips all the way out. Square them, keep them in line with one another. Placing the right hand up on the mat, sending the left hand way up high. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhale, back down, bend through your left leg. Inhale, arms above head, crescent lunge. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Send the left hand down and open up. Through the right, with that right heel drop down onto the mat. Exhale, come back down, frame the foot, send the left leg back to meet the right, high plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Send it through. Drop the left foot down. Warrior two. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, right elbow comes to right knee. Left hand goes above head. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Take a couple of rounds of fluid movement here. As you flow with your own breath. Reverse and back over. 2 more times each way. We're going to meet back with our left hand overhead, reaching for the right toes. Exhale, send the arm back behind your body, over towards your right glute. Option to stay here, or option to open up through the chest, sending that right arm underneath your right leg and interlacing your hands underneath. Let me face the other way so you guys can see that. Left hand is overhead, comes back behind our body. Right arm goes underneath. Standing forward, bend, bound. Exhale, release. Right arm comes back. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill all the way down. Low lunge. Sending that right leg back to meet the left. We're back here in high plank. Option to move through your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, send it through in between your hands. Drop the right leg or the right foot down, parallel with the back of your mat. Inhale, root to rise. Open up through warrior two. Engaging strong through your arms and your chest. Sending your fingertips out wide. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, left arm comes to left knee. Right hand sweeps overhead. Exhale, reverse. Go back and forth a few times. Move with your own breath. Stretch through the right side body, the left side body. Take a couple more rounds each side. And meet back with the right hand reaching up overhead. Exhale, send that right arm back to meet the left glute. Take the left hand and reach it under, reaching for that right hand. Turn around again. Reaching for your hands, binding the left hand to the right, staying strong through the chest, strong through the left leg. Exhale, release, come back up. Oh, we're facing this way. Come back up, the left hand up above head, windmill all the way down. Exhale, step the left leg back to meet the right. Option to flow through your vinyasa. So chaturanga, up dog, down dog, or option to send the legs out wide and sit back into a wide leg child's pose. We're gonna meet in a wide leg child's pose, but instead of having our big toes to touch, they're going to be out to the edge of our mat along with our knees and sitting back into that space. If that's a lot for your knees and hips, take your block, send it underneath. Maybe take two. As you lean forward, bring one cheek to the mat. And then the other. Inhale, look up to your hands. Shift your body weight forward, coming onto your belly. Bringing your legs in together. Probably need to move your blocks here. Keeping the elbows tucked into the body. Hands are by the face. Inhale up into Sphinx pose, where our chest is pushing forward, our elbows are into the mat, our fingertips are splayed, gently gazing forward, engaging through the low back, and dipping it again, just like we do in cow or in standing crescent moon pose. Exhale, release. Bring your hands to your sides, resting your left cheek on the mat. And then turning and resting your right cheek on the mat. When you're ready, place your palms into the mat. Gently bring the head up off the mat. We're going to inhale, sending the right leg up high behind us, engaging through the glute, pointing or flexing the foot, yogi's choice, engaging through the right thigh. Exhale, release. Inhale, send the left leg up, staying strong through the fingertips. Engage through the left glute, the core, pointing or flexing the foot. Exhale, release. Inhale, sending both of our legs back behind us, both up off the ground. Bringing our chest and our shoulders up off the ground. Clenching the glutes, pointing or flexing the foot. Rather pointing. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach for the right top of the foot. Reach for the left top of the foot. On your next inhale, we're going to balance our weight onto the fronts of our hips and our abdomen and bring our shoulder blades back towards one another into bow pose. Inhale, press through the tops of your feet. Hold through your hands, press through your feet. Bring the shoulder blades back towards one another. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, press, lift. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, press, press, press. Exhale, release. Bring your hands back down beside you. Resting in front corpse pose. When you're ready, bring the hands up underneath the armpits. Press through, sending your hips up high into downward facing dog. Take a second to walk your dog here. Inhale, send the right leg way up high. Exhale, knee to nose. And we're going to send our right knee towards our right elbow and then place the right heel over by the left hand into King Pigeon's pose. If you are having a hard time letting your hips sink down onto the mat, another good place for your block. If you don't have a block or a big book, you can tuck your mat. You guys probably only have one mat, so you just tuck your mat here and just bring the ground up just a little bit to meet you. Pushing through the hands, strong through the chest. Chest is pushing forward as we move to straighten our spine, pulling our ears, pulling our shoulders away from our ears. I told you guys today is so off for my brain. It's okay. Yoga should help. When you're ready, we're going to exhale, fold over our right leg, coming to elbows or coming all the way down into sleeping swan, sending our arms out in front of us, bringing our forehead to the mat. Really feeling the stretch in our outer right glute, top of our left thigh. Connecting back with your breath, checking in with your heart again like we did at the beginning of the practice. Noticing the difference of how it was beating before to how it's beating now. For me, mine is actually much more rhythmic now that I have intentionally set my breath in and out during each pose and connected on a deeper level with my body. When you're ready, push yourself back up into King Pigeon. So itchy, sorry. Push through your hands, tuck the left toe, bring up the knee, send the right leg back to meet the left and downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left leg way up high. Exhale, knee to nose, and then knee over to the left elbow. Left heel comes toward the right wrist, sinking down into our hips. Noticing that one side might be much tighter than the other. Option to stay here in king pigeon, ensuring that your right leg isn't sprawled too far one way or the other, but right in line with your right. So your right hand, left heel, right hip, left foot, all right foot, all make a nice straight line. Or option to come down to your elbows, stacking on those. Or option to come all the way down into sleeping swan. With your arms stretched out in front of you. When you're ready, we're gonna push ourselves back up into king pigeon. Sink over into that left glute and send the right leg out in front of you, and then open up through the left leg as well. Sitting on your sits bones, moving the glutes out of the way if you need to. Flexing through the feet, keeping the tootsies engaged. Stacking your spine, zipping yourself all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, slowly begin to walk your hands forward, meeting yourself at your own edge. So staying here on fingertips. Inching forward a little bit with each exhale. Being gentle and mindful of the knees and the hamstrings. Staying long through the spine. Long through the neck. You have a block. You can place your forehead on your block. Really allowing yourself to release and just feel the stretch in the inner hips, the backs of the legs, releasing the glutes. And just taking a second to really just let go. When you're ready, slowly walking your hands back up. Bringing the legs in to one another. Coming onto your sits bones. Straighten your spine. Pull your shoulder blades towards one another. Press the legs together. Practice lifting one leg and the other. Practice lifting both with the option to keep the hands behind the legs as you lift, or option 2, send them out and send the legs up. Engage through the core. You can go ahead and move in and out of this posture. Careful not to sink back into your spine and round through your back as you're trying to lift your legs. Stay strong through the spine. Stay on those sits bones, sending the legs up high, the arms out long. 2 more. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to bring our left foot underneath our right knee toward our right glute and send the right leg over the left knee towards the left glute. So the right leg is laid on top of the left, and the left leg is underneath with the knees stacked on top of one another. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, slowly bend over. Again, meeting yourself right where you're at. Feeling a deep stretch in your right gluteus maximus. Staying strong, long through the spine and the neck. Inhale, arms come back overhead. Exhale, bring them to a T. We're gonna send the right arm forward and the left arm on top of that with our elbows meeting one another. And then you can interlace your hands, your arms, and pull up into eagle arms. Stretch, 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 lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release. Brace with your hands. We're just gonna stand and spin, do a full 360, and our legs will be the opposite way. So bring your hands to brace, lift up to your feet, keeping your legs crossed. Twist over to the left, all the way around, and come back into your seat. So now the left leg is stacked on top of the right. I don't know about you guys, but I was so impressed when I got this to work, and I was like, how did that even happen? I'm basically a magician. Kind of. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, bend over, slowly meeting your match. Feeling the stretch in the left gluteus maximus. Fun fact, Jake basically won me over with being a pretend magician. He did a couple card tricks and that sealed the deal, I guess. Easy peasy. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, bring your arms out to a T. Bring the left arm in front of you. The right arm goes underneath, interlacing the elbows and twisting the hands. With the right hand reaching for the left. Still strong through the spine as you reach, reach, reach. Lift them up. Reach, reach, reach. Lift, lift, lift. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Everything's better in 3, 3, 3s. Exhale, release. Unbind your legs. Set them out in front of you. Grabbing the backs of the knees. You can rock back and forth. Take a couple. I want to call these like wheelbarrows. I think I could coin that term. I don't know if anybody else calls these wheelbarrows. Rocking chairs, wheelbarrows. I don't know. Coming back to a flat spine on your mat. Sending the left leg long, pulling the right leg into the armpit. Flexing through both feet, keeping both legs engaged. Switch them out, setting the right leg long, pulling the left leg into your armpit. Bringing them both up. Peace fingers come to big toes. Stretching, opening them up. Happy baby. Whatever your body's asking for here. Take a couple more final movements. Whatever feels good for you. Go ahead and windshield wiper the legs a couple times. Then let them out long. Opening up your hands. Letting your feet roll out. Coming into final resting pose. Gently bringing the eyes to close. Notice the space you've created in your body. By twisting your spine, stretching from head to toe. All of this work your body did to allow you to be here and rest. The purpose of yoga is to prepare the mind for a deep meditation. Meditation has been proved to lower blood pressure, ease anxiety, help with social constructs, social anxieties, depression, mindfulness, wholeheartedness. The list goes on and on. It's kind of unreal. So at the end of a practice, I highly encourage you to stay here in Savasana. and allow your body to rest and sink deep into a meditative state. Connect a little bit deeper with yourself. Before I leave you here, I want to remind you to drink heavy amounts of fluid. As we twisted our spine so much, it releases a lot of toxins in our body. So we need to flush all those out in order to really reap the full benefits of everything that we did during this session. So drink lots and lots of fluids, hydrate yourself, take care of your body and your mind. And enjoy your savasana. Thanks for watching.